that Melissa you had asked for, which was how do you get your subscription personnel the different media files that you like to get to them for their subscription. Some of the problems that you will face normally in that kind of scenario is the file sizes and having to send them emails about those every time that happens. And also, when you have to update the content, it's quite a bit of redoing your setup in order to update that the files that you have in there. And if you need to add more or you need to remove something or modify it, then you also have the constant issue with bandwidth, obviously, because of the file sizes. Anyhow, I've been working on a program called My Tutari for about a year and a half now, and it's almost completed. We have some higher level features that are still not completed, but for the most part, the parts that you guys are going to be needing are already built into it, and I'll show you how this can really help you guys with your training side and your administrative functions, and really help you keep a better handle on all your documents and files and so forth. I mean, this is a really neat program from the ease of use and so forth. Probably not the best time right now to show you guys after this whole porn fiasco with the website, but I've been working on this and I wanted you guys to look over this so we can also get a solution prepared for SAR's website, either using MyTutari or whatever else solution you guys like me to implement. The other option we have besides MyTutari obviously is PayPal doesn't do it themselves. You have to get another site that actually encrypts a page. So it's a unique page every time somebody logs in, and we can implement that solution as well if you'd like to. But I think that this is a way better solution, and it would probably help you guys with a lot of things that you're doing as you grow. Anyways, I think that was stating the same thing too many times. Now I will go into showing you guys exactly what this program does. Okay, so I'd already made like 7 very long, boring videos, and I'm going to try to shorten the stuff up and get to the point. So, why is this going to be a really cool and useful tool for you guys? You can put all of your content, all your PDF files, all of your video files in this program in one place and be able to administer that. What does the administrator part mean? Basically what that means is you have them in one location. If you want to modify those files, if you want to change their names, if you want to update a new file, if you want to delete an existing file, you can create basically courses, and in that course you can add that video file. It could be coming in from YouTube, or it could be coming in from any other video hosting place. If you don't want it to be on YouTube and you want it to be in the program only, you can upload that video file within the program. And on this menu you can see there's a lot of these options, like manage a business, and this is for admin, super admin login. But if you're logged in as a business, you say manage users, manage categories, and categories are things like sales department, service, photography, home staging, and so many other things that you could create courses under will be categories. So right now I'm logged in as you and as the business administrator, and on the top you'll see it says number of users 2 of 10. That means you can have up to 10 users. This is of course just an example, and it could be a plan that has more than 10 users up to unlimited users, depending on the need. And up here it says storage used, which is basically file sizes. That represents the video files or the audio files. It could be media files, PDFs, whatever, the total size of those files. And for example, here it says 3% of the 1000 megabytes or a gigabyte is being utilized right now. And so you can always upgrade your account or downgrade your account if you're not using more, and you think that you don't really need to have a larger account. You can always step down. But in most cases what happens is customers would want to go up because they have exhausted their limit. That's not that important at this point because we haven't really set up the limits. I've just set up a test account to show you guys, and then we'll figure out what's the best model that works for you guys. But on the main page you'll see that we have things like manage users, and that's user accounts, the different subscribers, the managers who manage and set up tests and tutorials, courses and categories, and that kind of stuff. You have the ability to create projects in here, which is a great tool to collaborate between the different members of the people working in the company, and have files stored, and you can message between the members. They can send messages, they can get notifications through via email when a new file is uploaded and so forth. So to manage projects is a pretty cool feature called Taskutari. The media library is a place where you can store all kinds of files. and that you need to store and have in one place, so you know where you're storing these files pertaining to your subscribers. Could be newsletters and all of that stuff, different PDF files and so forth. But here's how this program is really cool. I'll show you. I created some categories and courses within those that may or may not apply to you, just as an example. As you can see here, I've got the photography courses that you had sent me with all the 4 PDF files in here and their videos, associated videos. So I've got part 1, equipment and tools, photography 2, composing and composition and lighting, photography 3, post-processing, photography 4, which is portfolio and website development, and all of this under photography. So you have all of that, and if you need to modify those courses, like change the video or the name or the title of it, or add a new file or remove an existing file, you can do that by going to edit and changing that. It's that easy. Similarly, you can have more categories and different managers that are responsible for a certain category, or one manager who's responsible for all of those categories. In this example, I've just put in home staging basics, and you could put things like staging facts, fiction and fundamentals, basic design principles, client and architectural needs. And this is me just putting stuff here to show you guys how this program can really help you guys manage your subscribers and add value to their experience in using their membership. So getting your business started, and I haven't put anything in there, but feng shui, sales strategies, you had something about that, understanding social media, all of the different things that you think could go under these categories and more. You have no limit to how many categories you can add. You can add as many categories and as many courses. One cool thing about it is that this limitation on bandwidth, on your storage space, is really limited to physical files that you upload. But if you have files that are located by a link, for example, like if you send me a file and say, Cosme, put this link up there, I can put links up there instead of uploading files, and it doesn't count towards your storage space, which is kind of cheating, but it works well, and does, because it's really not taxing the program at all. And similarly for video files, because they're the ones that hog the bandwidth, instead of putting them on into the program, if you put them on YouTube and put the link in there, then you can view the YouTube video in here. The benefit of that is, of putting the YouTube video and then showing it inside this program, is then you can test people and they can leave notes in there, and it's really a more personal feel to it rather than being on YouTube to view a video and seeing comments and other videos that are not really pertaining to what you're talking about. So that's pretty cool. So again, I don't want to get too much into the workings and how you set all of that up right now, because I don't want to take too much time and make this a tutorial about the program. So I'm going to log in as a user to show you what does an actual subscriber, once they log in, what do they see. So I'm going to sign out of the program real quick, and I'm going to sign in as user 1 that I just created for you to test this, and log in, password, and here we go. So the first thing you'll notice is there's a progress bar, and that's a neat feature because this allows the subscriber to know if they've got tests and things of that nature, that they have to take testing. If they've taken all the tests and they've passed them, if they've passed them with the minimum passing requirement, it counts as 100%. So if 75% means that there are still 25% content that they need to go over that has tests associated to it. And that's a really great way if you are making sure that these subscribers do need to go through some kind of a professional training regimen, a structured course and so forth, and it gives them the feeling that this the staging and redesign is, they take their stuff in this way pretty seriously, and they know how much progress we made, because you guys can go to the report section on the admin side as well and monitor where everybody is in terms of what tests they've taken and what they've scored and so forth. And you can also email them from there the reports and so forth. So now staging basics. Okay, so here we have all the courses that we just added in there, and let me just give you an example. So when they click on equipment and tools, this was under photography. If I click on that, I can see the the first thing I see is that video, and as this is hosted on my account on YouTube, and if they click on it, obviously they can play it inside this program, inside Tutari, and they can watch the entire video. And now it's a really neat feature. They've got a little notes area here, so they can always leave notes to individual videos. If there's a video or if there's a document and they're going over that, and let's say they have a question and they need to get somebody to help them with, or for themselves that they need to know, hey, I watched it to this, this far, and I'll continue it from there. If it's a longer video, they can leave any kind of notes for themselves over here, and that's just for them. They can also click on the link. There's also a document link that's for the PDF that's associated to this video, which is cool because that way they don't have to guess what's with what. So now they can open up that PDF file and they can go over that as well. It's a big PDF file, so it may take a little bit for it to open, but it will open eventually. If they had a media file, which is basically an uploaded file that was uploaded to the program and it wasn't a link, it would appear in here as well, and they could open it the same way. But like I said before, the cool thing about having a link is that it doesn't count towards your storage space. If we put it up in a link, and here you can see staging redesign PDF, improving your photography, blah blah blah. Alright, and then there's a chat feature. We have not finished this yet, but that would allow them to chat if somebody's online in Tutari with them if they had questions. And then Task Tutari, as I mentioned, is a project-based tool. It allows you to see what tasks you've been assigned, and then you can go into project files, project messages. Basically tells you what you have to do and what your part is. You can access those files as well that are related to your project from here, and so forth. And that's project messages. I don't know if there are any messages right now, but you can certainly leave messages for other users. Right now I'm the only user in here, so I'm going to leave the message for myself. In their courses, yeah, let me show you that one. So if let's say you've got a test associated, like I have a test associated to this very first video. If I click on Take Test, it takes me directly to the test, and then I can continue taking multiple choice questions and go through a little test, and there's a timer that tells you how long it took for you to take the test and so forth. Now this banner up here is not working properly because it's associating the results of one test to it. This is really an overall progress bar that shows you how far are you in finishing up all the different tests that you have in the program. The user can print certificates. So if you have certificates that are basically saying by staging and redesign you have passed these tests with these marks and so forth, and you were certified to do this sort of stuff, they can do that as well from the program, which is kind of a new cool feature. And let me just click that. It may not have, and then you can basically select the course that you want to print the certificate for, and here's a test, which is photography test. And if I wanted to print that, so you can see I can get that first impressions, and it tells me what is the name of the test, and it tells my name, it gives you my name, and it says the required percentage was 100 and I scored a 75, and the date taken, oh actually this is the printed date, and then my I think this is either my signature on there or the businesses, I'm not sure, but I'll find that out. And of course this template is kind of ugly, but you can customize this in the program, and I can do that for you guys as well. Okay, so that's really a very quick review and quick look at the program. I just wanted to show you guys what is this capable of. I really want you guys to look into this seriously. I think this could really be very helpful for you, and it would really help grow your business, because it'll free you guys up from having to do a lot of things to carry out some of the basic functions to keep these documents going out and updated. I think this program could be game changing for you guys, really, from for your own self as well. Having all your information in one place, I think it'd be pretty cool. So from the pricing standpoint, we haven't really priced it. It's kind of pricey for the businesses that we're going to roll it out to, because it helps them greatly in managing a lot of their processes, day-to-day processes and so forth. I've convinced my company to keep it very low and for you guys, and actually have it free for the next 3 months, so you guys can actually be sort of our test ground, and you guys can give us feedback and things like that about how things are working and so forth. So I wanted to be like, it's just no cost, and I think it's probably going to be in the range of about 50 to 60 bucks a month to use, which is really, really not a lot in comparison to a lot of other companies that do this sort of thing. And on top of it, because I do a lot of maintenance work for you guys, if you guys need some setups and a course setup or anything like that, even though we expect people to do that stuff themselves, I'm going to do that stuff for you guys, because that's just something I do, and I really want to help build this program up as well and help you guys out with not having to do a lot of the work. So again, this is one solution, and I think this would be huge for you guys in many ways. And but if you I'm not trying to push this on you guys. I just think that this would be very helpful for your industry that you guys are in. But if you guys think that this is not something that's going to be very useful for you, then I will implement the simpler solution, which is, just have a download page once they've signed in. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think, and I really hope that porn thing goes away very quickly, because that's really bothering me right now, and I'm sure it's bothering you guys too. But I'm looking into that. But I wanted you guys to take a look at this before the day was over. So